My name's Amber. This is my first YouTube video I'll be uploading. It's mostly going to be makeup tutorials and some beauty tips. I've been getting a lot of requests from family members and close friends to start a channel. I'll mostly be using high-end products. I do have some drugstore, and I'll always try and list drugstore alternatives down below. If you ever have any requests, just comment, and please subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so first we're going to start with the eyes. Normally when I work with dark colors, I don't do my foundation and concealer routine first, because when you work with dark colors, you'll have excess fallout, and that's going to mess up your whole entire routine you do with your face. So first I'm going to start with MAC Painterly Pro Longwear. It's in the shade Paint Pot. This is just a concealer, well actually a primer for your eyes, and it's really going to conceal any veins, any dark lines that you have, and it's also a bit of a neutral shade, so it's going to really make your colors pop. Sorry for my broken nail, but a lot of times I will just use a little brush to put this on, but right now I'm just going to put it on with my hands. You can also use concealer as a primer as well. It's really going to hold your eyeshadow in place. Today I am starting with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dress Your Face palette. I don't really know how to pronounce the T word, Tamanna maybe. Dress Your Face, she has an Instagram. It has beautiful, beautiful colors. It's pretty much like my go-to palette now for the fall. I just got it last week and I've been using it like every single day since. But first, I'm going to use a Sigma brush. It's a taper blending blush. It's an E40. I'm first going to start with the Sangria shade right here. And I'm going to put it in my upper crease first. Now when you are putting eyeshadow in your upper crease, or any crease for that matter, your lower crease or whatnot, you really, really need to just blend, blend, blend. Blending is everything in putting on makeup, and honestly, having better brushes, the better brush you have, the better makeup you will see on your face. Some brushes just really aren't, like, you know, the little, like, the drugstore foundation, the drugstore eyeshadow brushes you get, they're not meant to blend out your eyeshadow, and they really just don't get the application of the makeup on very well. Just go windshield wiper motions, just continue to blend, 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 and I know at first it's going to look really, really, probably like, whoa, like what is she putting on her eyes, but we'll eventually make it all blend out so we have no harsh lines. And actually, I forgot to highlight my brow first. I'm just taking a BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to pick up the Fresh right here. I'm going to highlight my brow bone with it. A Sigma blending brush. It's a E25. We're going to pick up this chocolate color right here, and we're going to put it in our lower crease, but we're also going to drag it to our outer V. This is just going to give it a little bit more dimension, so it doesn't look so choppy with just one color. Okay, and then next we're going to use the eye shading brush. It is the E55 brush. It's from Sigma as well. And we are going to pick up the shade called Gilded, and we're going to put it right on the center of our lid. You don't want to bring it up too much, because then it's going to get in the pretty much the lower crease part and I guess fade out, you would say, the chocolate part, which we'll go back over this all at the very end. This is just to get us started. I'm going to pick up the E40 Taper Blending again and just kind of get some harsh lines away here. Okay. Alright, go ahead and prime my face now. I'm using the Makeup Forever High Definition Primer. This is an awesome, awesome primer. I got this sample at Sephora actually like more than a half a year ago, and fell in love with it. You should always prime your face when you're putting on foundation, especially for like a big event. It gives you something for your foundation to hold on to. If you just put your foundation on, eventually throughout the day it's going to get cakey and muddy looking, and you're going to have discoloration everywhere. The primer really helps it grab onto something. And also you should moisturize your face too. Always make sure you're putting your makeup on a clean, fresh face. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm going to use the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. It's the Sigma Flat Top brush. I love this brush for foundation. It just gives a nice, flawless, clean finish. I do have the Makeup Forever High Definition foundation in the shade, well, N150. I'm almost out of this foundation, and to be honest, I'm glad, because I'm not really a huge fan. It's supposed to be a medium to full coverage, but it is buildable, but it's not for me, I guess. So I'm going to mix these two. This is the MAC Studio Sculpt foundation. It's in the shade NW20. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these two. Like I said, I'm almost out, so I'll pretty much be scraping. And normally, it just depends what I feel like doing, but I'll put it on my hands and then pick it up with my brush. It just really depends. Or sometimes if it has one of these, I'll put it on my face, but that's really not sanitary, I guess, because of the bacteria, you know, putting on. So I'm going to go ahead and just, since I barely have any left, I'm going to go ahead and squirt the MAC NW20 on my hands. And I'm just going to go ahead and press this into my skin. I feel like the more you press it into your skin and the less you slide your brush around, the more coverage you'll get. Because the more you slide it on your face, I feel like it's just going to swipe that foundation in places. Always make sure you bring your foundation a little bit on your neck. I've been self-tanning, so that's why my face is really white compared to my neck. But just always make sure you want to be one color. You don't want to have any harsh lines, especially around your jawline. I'll put a little bit more of the MAC. And you just continue doing that until you get the coverage that you are desiring. For me, I have freckles, so I've always been, I guess you would say, self-conscious of them. I just don't like my freckles, so I always try and have a full coverage foundation. That's just what I like. You know, everybody's different. In the summer I do try and go a little bit lighter since it's hot out and, you know, whatnot, but I always like full coverage. Okay, and next I'm going to do my concealer. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It's in the shade NW20, but I'm also going to mix that with, I do have MAC Prep and Prime Highlighter in the shade Light Boost. But for a drugstore alternative, I have the Maybelline in the shade Nude Chair. So I'll go ahead and use the Nude Chair for you all, just to give you a little bit of different variety. I just mix these two together. I normally squirt it on the back of my hand, just like one pump, whatever you desire. I guess I just do like a pump and a half. I normally just pat it out like this on my finger. And try and do your concealer in a triangle shape, because it will take the droopy effect that us women have, especially with our dark circles. It'll take it away just a little bit. And I'll normally take my beauty blender, get a damp beauty blender, and just blend that out. I honestly like probably doing my concealer most with honestly just my finger. I'm not really sure why. It's just always the way I've liked it. but I'm going to go ahead and use a beauty blender today just to get a more flawless finish. I think I have really bad circles. I mean, I see myself in the mirror every single day, I guess, so I always try and cover them up the best I can. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Maybelline. This just has a nice brightening effect to it along with the concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right here where my dark circles are. And just blend that out as well. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and also while I have this out to highlight. I'm going to highlight right here around the corners of my mouth. Right here around your nose. You want to highlight where your shadows of your face are. It's kind of hard to explain, but you want to highlight the highest points of your face. So right here on your cupid's bow, you're going to have a little shadow, most people at least. I'm going to contour the sides of my nose, but I'm going to highlight right down the middle. And then also at the very end, I'll highlight with a powder on my cheekbones. And I'll probably highlight just a little bit here. And what that's going to do is it's going to, throughout the day when your makeup is set, it's going to have brightening effects, especially throughout the day. You know, certain angles, certain ways you're going to look, your face is just going to glow. So I'm going to go ahead and push that out with my F80 brush I used earlier for my foundation. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye concealer with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. That's in the shade Medium Plus. And I'm also going to use my tapered highlighter brush, the F35. I think setting your under eye concealer is huge, completely huge, because normally throughout the day your concealer, actually if you don't set your under eye concealer, or at least for me, a couple minutes after, it's going to start creasing. Even when you prime your eyes, you need to set the primer. If you're going to use concealer, you need to set it so it doesn't crease and get cakey throughout the day. And also this has just a tad bit, to me, of a brightening effect, so that's what I like most about it. And then I am going to set my whole entire face with the Makeup Forever High Definition Powder and their brush that came with it. I actually got this in a kit together back in like February with a primer. And it was like, I think 80 some bucks at Sephora. I think they still have it, but it's actually a pretty good deal. I'm just not a huge fan of the foundation. But I do love this powder as well. This is just to set your powder so your face isn't, I guess you would say, feel sticky when you touch it all day long. I do like a dewy finish when I'm doing my makeup. I like looking luminous and sheer because I have dry skin. So I need my face to always look glowy. If you're oily based skin, you probably would rather like a matte finish, which this does, I guess you would say, give more of a matte finish, this powder. But I'll fix that at the very end. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and Soft Brown. I'm still trying to master my eyebrows here because they definitely don't match. I'm trying to grow them out, so this one's a little bit thinner than this one. So yeah, they're never perfect. And your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So just bear with me here. But at first, I'm just going to take this and start making tiny strokes. Kind of where like it looks a little bald in places to where you can't really see, I mean where you can see right through, I can see my skin. I'm just making tiny little strokes. Until you think that it's good enough. And then like I said, I do things kind of different, but I'm going to go ahead and contour a little bit and highlight a little bit more. I do have this Morph brush. It's a fan brush. Actually, I think it's called a Badger fan brush. It's amazing. I'm not sure what number it is. I absolutely love it. And then I also have the Sigma Small Contour Brush. It's in the F05. So I'm going to go ahead and use, I'm going to go ahead and use this one today because I'm going to use my Benefit Hoola bronzer. It's such a universal bronzer. You can get this at Sephora, Ulta, anywhere. I'm actually almost out of it, but it's lasted me a really, really long time. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab a little bit of that on my brush, tap it out. And you want to highlight where pretty much, if you take your brush like this, you want to highlight in the contours of your cheekbones. So, I still go like that, and I start right here. It's definitely going to give your face a little bit more of a sleek look. If you want to make your face look tinier, that's really the best way to do it. I know, my face probably looks extremely weird, so just bear with me. We all have our things. I'm also going to take a little bit of that and just wrap it around right here, contour the jawline a little bit. It should match because I've been self-tanning, but I'm just going to bring it down just a little bit just in case. I don't want any harsh lines. And then I'm also going to do the temples of my forehead, bring it down just a little bit. Alright, this brush right here is just from BH Cosmetic. It's a little angled brush. I actually use it to contour my nose. It works well for me. I do want to get a lot of new brushes I've been looking into. But for now I use this and it works for me. So whatever works for you is what works for you. It may not work for other people. But I'm going to, on the sides of my nose, just contour the sides of my nose. This is going to make your nose look a little slimmer. And like I said, okay, so my camera died. I was in the process of contouring my nose. I was seeing everyone highlights and contours at different places. I already did that and blended it out because I realized my camera died. And then I already actually put on my NARS blush. It is in the shade called Torrid, I'm pretty sure you would say. And so I already applied that, and now I'm going to be highlighting. I was saying that you can highlight and contour with eyeshadows. You can really kind of highlight and contour anything. I'm getting ready to purchase, though, a highlighter from Sephora. But for right now, I'm just highlighting with the Estée Lauder. It's a palette from there. I'm pretty sure it's like discontinued, or they may still sell it. But it's just a white eyeshadow. It's called Sugar Cube. I've just been highlighting with that, and I'm excited to get the highlighter from Sephora because I've just been putting it off. But I'm going to highlight on my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to highlight right down where we put that highlight earlier. And then I'm going to highlight right here on the ridges of my cheekbones. And then right here on this side as well. Just make sure it's like blended out. You don't want just a big glob of it, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just a fan brush from BH Cosmetics. So now that we have the face done, I am going to go ahead and put on my eyeliner. So this is Maybelline gel liner. It's just Maybelline Eye Studio. It's in the shade Blackest Black. This is like the hottest gel liner on the market right now. Even I feel like for high-end products, it's just so black compared to other products. So I'm using a Sigma Eyeliner E05 brush. I have several eyeliner brushes, but this is just the brush that I'm using right now. So I'm going to go ahead . Definitely not used to putting the eyeliner on holding a mirror like this. So I just kind of flicked it on the end. Everybody likes their eyeliner different. Make sure you get it to the base of your eyelash as much as you can possible. And then I could put this on my lower lash line as well, but I'm actually going to use, I actually got this as a sample. I want to say in my Ipsy bag, but it's Lord & Berry. It's just a kohl liner. It's called Black Silk. And I'm going to put that in the lower waterline. Alright, so I put that in my lower waterline. You could put, I guess, a nude color there because sometimes black eyeliner makes your eyes look smaller. But I kind of want this to be a dark smoky effect. So I'm going to put eyeshadow on my lower waterline. I'm going to be using a flat definer brush as well to do that. Let's see, I need my MAC Fix Plus would be great. Actually. Okay, I'm going to be using my flat definer brush from Sigma. It's an E15. You can use it for several different things, but I'm going to be using it for my lower waterline today. I'm going to be using my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I'm just going to spray it just a little bit, just so it picks up the product and really gets it on there. I'm going to be lowering my waterline today. I'm going to go ahead and use the Noir. It's bad, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's okay. I'm going to use that. It's black, like it's black, but we're going to work with it. So, I mean, it kind of just looks like eyeliner, I guess you could say. Then I'm going to take a Sigma pencil brush, which is the E30, and just blend that out just a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. And I'm also going to go back to that BH Cosmetics brush I used earlier to highlight my brow. And I'm going to pick up the Fresh that I picked up for my brow bone. And I'm just going to swipe it right here just to give my eyes, just to help my eyes pop a little bit. You want to open up that inner corner highlight just a little bit. Going to highlight my brow bone just a little bit more. Okay. Mascara, which is like my Holy Grail mascara. It's Tarte. It's Lights Camera Action, or actually Lights Camera Lashes. But it's seriously like amazing mascara. Like I live for it. But I just start at the root of your eyelash as much as you can and wiggle them. So honestly, the more you wiggle your eyelashes, and when you start at the root, the longer your eyelashes are going to look. I've always heard too, putting on your mascara in front of a fan will really help your eyelashes because it's drying them while you're applying it, so it's making them look longer as well. And if you hear any noises in the background, that's just my niece and nephew. and then to finish off the look, I'm going to do a little bit of a dark lip for fall. This is the NARS, I think it's called like Larger Than Life or something, Velvet Lip Liner. It's in the shade Lilonki. It's like Lini. I'll put it in the description bar. But I'm just going to line my lips with that. I have extremely dry lips right now.
It's me. Hold him down.
I'm not filling them in completely. I'm just kind of like blotting. My lips are so dry. The weather's been crazy. I'm going to put Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie over it just a little bit. Just in the center. And you can leave it like this if you like, but I'm actually just going to apply the NYX Butter Gloss and Creme Brulee over it. I do like the matte look though, but since my lips are so dry, I'm just gonna put that over just a little bit. And then to complete the look, you can get any setting spray, but I'm gonna complete my look with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. So this is just really gonna set your makeup in place and give you a nice glow throughout the day, and it really holds that makeup really well. I use it for several different things. But this is the final look, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you subscribe if you really like it. Thank you.